Sasha gonna have that baby next week, y'all. Hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chelsea for the General Hospital, January 29, 2025. Okay, y'all. So first things first, let me know your thoughts on this episode down below. We're gonna start with Carly, Brennan, and Valentine. So basically, he in here choking the mess out of out of Brennan or whatever, until the point that he passed out. Carly ends up coming there or whatever because Brennan had invited her, and you could hear noises in the room. So she finally went in there and she hit Valentine. He got away still. He got away still. I was like, dog, he didn't even tell. Wasn't the lady acting on her own behalf? But yeah, she ends up saving Brennan. He finally came to, and he said not to call the cops. They're gonna let the WSB deal with it. So he ends up making a phone call, and what he said, basically, Hannah Valentine shoot him on sight. That ain't what they said, but you know, you know what he said if you seen the episode. But yeah, by the end of the episode, Carly had went back to the room. Brennan ends up showing up. They end up kissing or whatever. We assuming now. We haven't seen the actual episode, but look like they finna get ready to sleep together. But we'll see, y'all. Chase in Brooklyn. Look, I wanted to see Chase being comforted. I was trying to think who he has because Finn out of town. His daddy passed away. Now he done got close to some of the people. Dante, his friend. I wanted to see him being comforted. Now I understand Brooklyn just got the news. She wanted to be a mother, all that good stuff. But I said, dawg, what about Chase? But yeah, on today's episode, Chase and Brooklyn was talking, and he was trying to tell her, he can't get her pregnant. She was like, we're gonna get a second opinion and run a second test and everything. He was like, they already did that. Basically, he's sterile. So he was telling her he's sorry or whatever. What's the process called? IVF. He told her she still could do IVF or whatever. Is that when she would have to use somebody else's sperm to get pregnant, right? I don't know. But yeah, he ends up leaving and she ends up calling her mama. And once she got there, they was talking about everything. And she ends up bringing the fact that she gave up her baby. She was like, what if that baby is her only biological kid that she'll ever have or whatever? And I want to know if on tomorrow's episode she's going to say or ask Lois about the child. And if Lois is actually going to tell her, it's Gio. Because look, they done gave so many hints. They just haven't revealed who the father is yet. Tracy, Lois, Olivia, and Martin. So they went to the nail salon. I wonder if have we seen that, what they call it? What do they call it? Not a prop. What is it called? Doggy. Where they was filming it. Have we seen that nail salon before? I don't know. But I know yesterday's episode we seen Emma, Felicia, and Anna there, right? But Olivia and Lois was just taking Tracy there to get her nails did, take her mind out thing. But she was talking about, I said, look, she be caring or whatever. And basically Olivia said that. But Tracy was just going on and on about Sasha getting pregnant by some random man and all this stuff, and she can't take care of the kid. I said, dog. I said, now, okay, you overstepping now. You doing too much. You doing too much. I said, and if she find out that baby is a doggone quarter man, she gonna be doing the same doggone thing. The very thing Sasha did not want is finna get ready to happen. I know some people been saying, Jason is gonna be, not gonna be. He's gonna pretend to be, the father of her child or whatever. Now with Cody seeing him touching her stomach and all, we finna get to that part too. Cause what the freak? We finna get to that part next. Cause I said, look, next week she gonna have the baby. Let them tell it. But yeah, that's how they was talking about when Martin showed up and asked whose business she in now. They arguing and back and forth and stuff like that. Martin ends up revealing that he still said that she interfered with what him and Lucy had going on. Do y'all think they're gonna end up being a couple? Let me know down below. Sasha and Jason. Now we get to the part that I want to talk about, because what the what? So basically Jason was like, does Michael know he's the father? And she tried to play it off for as long as she could, but she still wasn't realizing what Jason was saying. She like, what he talk about? Michael was the first person I told. Yes, because we were friends and all this other stuff. And he ends up revealing, like, Michael told me that y'all slept together. And she was like, yeah. She told him what led them to sleeping together. And then she was like, that doesn't mean he's the father or whatever. And he was like, he knows. He's like, Michael was in so much pain he could barely talk, but he mentioned you or whatever because he was worried about you and he knew you was carrying his child. And she finally admits it, but she was like, she doesn't want anything to do. She doesn't want her baby to have anything to do with the quartermain and stuff like that. He was basically saying he understand and all this other stuff. But do like on tomorrow's episode, they're gonna be talking about the same thing. I think he said if Michael wants me to back off, then I will, or something like that. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so what did she say? She touched the stomach. I already knew where they was finna go when she touched the stomach or whatever. And he was like, what's wrong or whatever. She's talking about the baby mood. I said, the baby gonna be born next week. But yeah, I said the baby gonna be born next week, y'all. Y'all remember the Christina storyline? She had just had the little what they call it, the little cementation or whatever process when she was gonna carry Molly and TJ baby. And they just sped up her whole process. Y'all know this soap time, so anything goes. One day, I always said, one day they 5, next week they 15. But yeah, she feels the baby move or whatever. Then she take Jason's hand. She take his hand and put it on the stomach. And she said, what she said, I'm glad you're here to experience it or something like that. And then she said something else if I'm not mistaken. But Cody was right there listening or whatever. He had found out through Emma and Gio, not Emma, through Gio that Sasha's pregnant and that's why Tracy upset. So I guess he went to look for her or something like that. So he hid around the corner or whatever and he seen and heard what she said. So now I'm assuming they finna get ready to think that Jason is the father. But what I tell you, I told y'all, anytime somebody find out a secret that ain't supposed to know, it's only a matter of time before it come out. Now the secret is who the father is. But now Cody suspects Jason. So y'all know what that's gonna lead to eventually. Who knows, by the summertime or something like that, or maybe by the end of the year, they gonna end up finding out that it actually isn't Jason. Emma and Gio. So she stopped by basically to ask him to play for a fundraiser event at the Metro Court she having to save animals or stop animal cruelty or something like that or whatever. I think he ends up saying if he had time, he gonna actually, help out or whatever. That's all that happened with them. Obviously, they might, I ain't gonna say obviously, because they'll start one storyline and then they won't continue with it. I was about to say, obviously, they gonna end up together, but we'll see. Anna and Lulu ends up bringing up the fact that she said she hate for her daughter to get shot a second time. I said, ooh, but she ends up saying she understands. She talked to Laura, she talked to Valentine or whatever. She know that Charlotte was stalking her and all that, so she doesn't blame her. But they was having a conversation, Anna and Lulu was, when Portia came to get her. Portia ends up telling Anna that, somebody been running around doing stuff they ain't got no business doing, injecting folks with this medicine or whatever. She tells about Dex. She tells about Sam. Now, didn't she say on yesterday's episode earlier this week that they had already contacted the PCPD, but she just not telling her what's going on or whatever? But yeah, I said, it's getting out there now. It's getting out there now. Then Anna ends up telling Dante and Lulu while she was there that, it turns out Sam's death was not an accident. Somebody did that intentionally. But that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.